From this moment, from this moment, from this moment, and from this moment, 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 from this moment on, from this moment, 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 yeah. From this moment, from this moment, from this moment, from this moment.
Messieurs, mesdames, what's up? Yes, from this moment. Well. We're gonna take in something that I believe is from Crazy. A thing called Tiny Whiny. Well, yesterday we got information from the High Court. A judgment was rendered. But before I go into the judgment, let me just put some context to the item that I'm going to speak about. The Sexual Offences Act of 1998, Section 16(2), attempted buggery. It criminalizes that act, and the penalty is about 4 years with the possibility of admission to a psychiatric hospital. That is what it was. Section 16(1), buggery. It is criminalized and it is subject to 12 years imprisonment and possibilities of admission to a psychiatric hospital. That is the law that existed. There was also Section 14, which spoke to gross indecency by man and man or woman and woman. In 2016, there was an amendment to the gross indecency, and it saw the penalty being increased to the maximum sentence of 12 years. So, are you there with me? 1998 Sexual Offences Act, it speaks to buggery, attempted buggery, gross indecency. So in 2019, they say a gay fella decided he's going to challenge the criminalization of consensual or same-sex activity. So he filed a lawsuit. In 2022, the matter was heard by the High Court, various submissions, and with the court you make your submissions for and against. The church was represented, and you had various other organizations being represented by some of our top attorneys. Fast forward to 2024, a judgment has since been rendered, and that judgment deemed the criminalization of consensual sex between people of the same sex, man and man, well, woman and woman, but I think the attention does heavily be on man and man. They deem that unconstitutional, and that is in a judgment that was handed down yesterday via Zoom meeting. So we would have seen or we would have heard from a gentleman by the name of Mr. Daryl Phillip, I think an advocate for he would say fairness, equal treatment to people who choose to subscribe to whatever sexual preferences of their choosing. Mr. Philip appeared to be very happy yesterday. The news seems to be very much welcome. But the questions are, what is the future outlook with this decision? Is there going to be implications for the school? Because part of the message he had or he shared yesterday spoke to bullying. Whether a child is depicting any signs of, maybe being girlish or tomboy, that's no reason to bully anybody's child. So parents, if you know your children to be bullying people children because they may be appearing to be a bit different, encourage them to discontinue. Bullying of a person can have several negative ramifications. Person can commit suicide, they can become violent, they can do a lot of things. So that decision has been rendered. So what does it mean? Are Dominicans in agreement? Do you have some views on that? I know the pastors and the various churches may look at it a bit differently and go back to what does the Bible say. But the people from the Marydom, they would also say the Bible does not speak of hate. So where do we draw the line? Do we just allow people to do what they want at their home like we are doing what we want at our home? Or do we take up the case and say, well, they must not do X, Y, and Z because it is wrong and whatnot? Well, the law has been passed that it is no longer a criminal activity for two consenting adults to partake in any form of sexual activity in the confines of their home. Not on the road, but in the confines of their home. But they must not be shouting and screaming and wailing. That would now be breaching the noise. Is it the noise abatement? Or noise? Some noise. Loud noise act. We would probably have to look at that. But that's some serious time. I believe it was deemed unconstitutional also in Antigua and other places. And I guess Dominica will follow suit, or Dominica has followed suit. And I believe that came about, there was some, is it a treaty or some agreement where persons who opted to partake in these activities would not be considered to be, let's say, terrible or bad or whatever it is. I believe some Calypsonian would have sung songs like No Bull and many others. But that's the situation, guys. You can weigh in, give your own input. Wait to hear what the church's position is going to be on that. And we move from here. As for me, my personal thing is to each his own. I will respect you. I ask that you respect me. I will respect your children. I ask that you respect my children. But I'm not going to try to tell adults what to do. Nor am I going to be selective with what is written in the Bible. The Bible has 10 commandments, and I am following 8, 9 of them, but one of them I'm still in disobedience. I'm not a worse person than somebody who chooses to partake in whatever activity in their bedroom. That's them. I may not subscribe to that, but that's on them. That's not on me, and it's not for me to judge. Because at the end of the day, guys, like it or not, that is somebody's child. That is somebody's cousin, that is somebody's uncle, that is somebody's auntie, that is somebody's family. And I would not want to know somebody shoot my family because they identify as gay, or somebody bullying my family because they identify as that. And that's how I look at it. But I believe Mr. Philip said he was going to celebrate. So I'm playing Tiny Whiny there this morning, sir, in case you're still in a celebratory mood. You come across as a respectable guy, I must say. It's just that, and I think we have to also commend persons like Mr. Philip, like it or not. Do not tell me it's one person that believe in the philosophy of Mr. Philip. There are several, but from what I've seen, he's the only bold one to come forward. He's the only bold one to come forward and make a statement to the extent where matters or even taken to the court. Yeah. So I look forward to the discussions. I expect for, I expect against, I expect neutrality. I look forward to discussion on that ruling. Yeah. But we cannot hate the people for deciding to do what we do not want to do. That is a matter for them. It's as simple as that. Respect me, I respect you. Simple as that. Bless up. Tiny whiny your boom boom. Crazy? Big up yourself.